Okay, so we got this little plumbing fitting right here. And it's about, and then we're gonna see if we can just go right up against here. We're gonna loosen this ring, and we are going to just turn this. Wow, that's actually like kind of perfect. I can't believe that. That's ridiculous. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now what I have to do now is I'm just going to tighten it down because, and it probably won't work. It's unlikely in the extreme, and I am not drilling any more holes in this. This is going to remain pristine, and the thing that I might have to do is I might need to put a spacer in here to move this way or this way in order to get the in order to avoid having to drill some holes. And that, I know it's not in the right position right now, but we'll find the right position. Oh, no fucking way. Okay, well, it's in a hole right there. Is it? That's kind of nutso because it makes me think that these guys actually sat down with fittings and put a reservoir on this, in this area right here. Okay, so that means I'm going to have to. So it will need some adjustments, and it's likely. Jeez, I got that thing too tight. Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to bring my secret weapon, the plastic tubing tipped needle nose pliers. And give that a little turn. I can get that off, and we'll be able to. Let's see if I'm doing any harm if I just push that into place. If I can get this screw in, then I can get two more, and I know it. So, I mean, that first one is the easy one. Now this is where this valve is going to come out, down here. I don't know if you can see that. This is just going to be right there. It's going to have a plug, and so it's extra safe. But right now I got to turn this. Oh, that's in the way. Oh shit. Okay, well, I'm blocked by the GPU on this. If I turn this a little bit, I might get by. Yeah. And then I won't be able to get by the GPU turning that back down like that unless I, yeah. I might be able to. We'll see. Let's see. Okay. And here's the clincher. And the only thing that's really flexing is not the piping. It's not the. Okay. So now that's where that should be. The two more holes will accept threads. This whole thing needs to be adjusted just a little bit. Yeah. And I can see which way it wants to go. So basically I need to carve a little bit more out of there. It's going to end up making the hole larger, and then I'm going to use a white nylon beauty ring on this side if I have to adjust it, and that'll mean I'll maybe have to use another hole this way. So this is a real challenge to get this in and piped in just exactly right. But maybe, I mean, I could be wrong. Oh, it could be that just needed to be turned a little bit, because if that's the case, then let's take a look at that. Actually, it looks good there. So really, this needed, that valve just needed, or this 945 just needed to turn a little bit. And there's that 145. It's got that little spot on it that I can't get off. A little white out maybe, I don't know. But there, that seems actually like that would probably not leak. Anyway, there's that, there that is. That's always kind of a challenge to get something like that to go in, because you're no soft tubing. It was too short for soft tubing, I thought, and I didn't want to use two $18 fittings. Oh my God. Oh well, it's lost forever. Anyway, that's the, let's see if this, I'll go back down in there without, oh yeah, it's actually really awesome. Very, very nice. And so this will just sit back in here with the, with one of these plugs in. And I only have one of these white ones, so it'll end up having one of these in. And this is an Alpha Cool valve. You know, it was like 13 bucks. I thought that was pretty affordable. I'm probably going to put a fitting in there, probably a blue one instead of that. But that's just what I needed to do it right now. I figured what I'll do is instead of pay for more pink ones, I'm going to take the blue ones out of Gigi and use some blue ones underneath and pink ones upstairs. Well, you know, I don't know. I think I need 2 more fittings, but maybe it's only 1. So I'm going to think about how to maybe incorporate a couple of blue fittings in there somewhere, but that's a bit too much. I like the black and white tubing. That is really cool. But here, like I was saying, it's that's the input. This is going to have to come from here, and then this one's going to have to cross over to here. That's not going to work. So I'm either going to have to turn it upside down or just ignore the fact that I'm using the output for the input. And I think that's probably going to be okay. But I'll wait to hear what you have to say about that. Anyway, have an awesome day.